What is up, Edison duelists? This is Dionysus, aka Young Puds, coming at you guys with some more shameless hype beast Gigavise content. Folks, I really don't have anything specific. I don't have a theme. I don't have any crazy replays. So I thought we could just get right into it, hop onto ladder, play a little bit of Gigavise, hang out. It's Monday, it's kind of gray and rainy here, and I'll be honest, folks, I got a little bit of disappointing news yesterday. My family had been kind of in the real estate market, maybe looking for, to buy a place, something that, we could do some like multi-generational living, getting going, that way my daughter gets to grow up, with her grandmother right there. And it's tough. It's tough to find a multi-unit place, it's we knew it wouldn't be easy, but we found this one spot, and man, oh man, it seemed perfect. It was it was really, really the perfect spot, and we put in an offer, got put in, and we found out last night that we didn't get it. Turned out there were over 20 offers put in on this property, and ours wasn't the one that got picked. So it feels kind of bad. It's really tough because like I'm the kind of person where like I like to get excited about things. I'm willing to let myself get excited about things, you know what I mean? So I was all in on it, right? I was like, yeah, we're gonna get this place for sure. This is gonna be great. This is gonna be a fantastic place for my daughter to grow up. It's just really good for our family, but it didn't quite work out. And I really think that everything kind of like really does happen for a reason. I know that's cliche, but I really think it's true. you know and so I'm sure that like there must have been some reason. Like I will say the two tenants that were currently in there hadn't even been told by the current landlord that they might their leases might not be renewed if it's sold. And the landlord was when we asked, oh well, why are you selling the place? He said, well, I just don't really like being a landlord. So that kind of gave us pause, and you kind of have to think like, well, maybe they weren't good tenants. Maybe there would have been issues. You always have to wonder like, well, hey, if you say, well, we're not going to renew your lease, it's entirely possible that people could say, okay, cool, I'm not leaving. And of course, like you have legal recourse there, but there that's such a pain, and you don't want to have to deal with that. So now we're kind of like back to square one. And like it looks like we're going to be moving anyways, and so it's just kind of like, ugh. I don't know about you guys. I don't like moving. Moving is such a pain. Always, 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 always moving is a pain. But I tell you what isn't a pain. 66% rounding up to 100%, like we just saw right here. So let's go ahead and make, I think we do the Stardust in defense, so we can't crash a fortress into it. That's what I think. Then we'll hit an armory. Nice. Very nice. And we'll supervise. We will pick up titanial. Pick up a little titanium on there. And then now we can upstart. We pick up, pick up a little DDR. So, yeah, so I got to be honest with you guys today. I'm not feeling, super, super excited. It's just one of those days. You get through it. Things turn around. They always do. And everything works out the way it's supposed to. So I'm trying to keep my head up, and maybe we'll just play a little bit of card games, hang out with you guys here on the video, and let's see. So my opponent is playing the Machine OTK deck. Gonna send a bunch of Jinzo returners here at some point, I'd imagine. Did he even show me the Overdragon? Do I even know you're running it? I don't think he did. Wow. 14, good. Yeah, 14 monsters, super good. It comes just 2 Jinzos, okay. What's happening now? What's going on? Uh, hmm. Yep, you're fine. You're good to go. Oh, he only sent 1 returner. Got it. Gotcha. Okay. So you can run over my Stardust. That's fine. That's fine. That's the risk we had to take. Then end phase, you lose your Jinzo. And your traps get turned back on. Whoa. No, this is fine. Standby main. Power Tool Dragon. Little Power Tool Dragon. Mark, Supervise. Oh, nice. Okay. Royal Oppression? Surely not. Hey, I was right. It's probably just second Stardust here, right? We're only playing 1 Stardust in this list. Whoops. That's not good. That's not good at all. Okay. We'll handle it. We can make Brute Drago. And then we'll get Supervise. And then we'll bring back Gigaplant. And this still plays around Torrential. You know. Still plays around Torrential. And then we can go. Yeah, second Stardust absolutely should be in. I've really kind of come around on that. No question about it. Second Stardust included in your deck. Like that's probably a fossil dino, right? It probably is a fossil dino. I don't think there's a ton we can do about that. So let's just go and play into it. We'll just go and play into it. How about that? Oh, okay. So it was just a Jinzo returner. So that's fine. In defense. All right. Sure. Run over that with Gigaplant. Hit you for 12. Hit you for 28. And hit you for 3k. Trag? I don't really care about Trag, do I? No, I don't think I do. Is there a world where we make Gotems here? 1, 2, 3. Yes, we can't use power. Let's make Gotems. Let's make Gotems. And let's just get rid of that last card in your hand. Let's just get rid of it, right? It's another Jinzo returner. That's fine. Okay, this is not a perfect scenario, but it's not so bad either. I think we can play our way out of this. I really should be playing 2 Stardusts. That is for sure. That is for sure. Some things, you know, some things are just for sure. And that's one of them. Krebins. Okay. All right. That's pretty scary. Could make Colossal Fighter. Colossal Fighter's pretty good. Good. Get rid of Titanium. Get rid of Gigaplant. Gigaplant comes back, and then I make I make second Brute Drago with another Gigaplant. No, second Brute Drago wouldn't do it. I don't know. What do you do here? Hmm. The e-tele is interesting. Like, I've never seen that going on. God, I've played Salvador Dali before. Do you guys like Salvador Dali's paintings? There's there's a couple that stand out to me that I really enjoy. All right. I'll take 400. And we'll draw for turn. Hidden Armory. Look at that. That's just game. Yeah, I think we just go for game with that, right? Yeah. Okay. Mark of the Rose. Banish Lone Fire. Oh. All right. Well, that's still fine. We don't have a normal summon. We don't have any tuners left in deck. This is a one copy plant list. I think we just pass. You better draw something really good. It destroys everything, dude. Uh-huh. Do we not know about this? I've encountered this before. People forget that Chimeratech Overdragon, when it is fusion summoned, yes, he doesn't know. He doesn't know. Look at that, guys. That's a video title and thumbnail right there. That's a big happening. Bro wasn't aware. He needed to save the MST to MST his own future fusion so he didn't lose everything. But instead he did. He did lose everything. Oh gee. Okay. Alright. Colossal Fighter comes back. Silly person you are. Take your 200. There's 2. Jeez, you know, come on, dude. Like, this is so unnecessary. We don't have it doesn't have to be like this. Did you know that? It actually doesn't have to be like this. But it seems as though you forced my hand. You've given me no other choice. So now it has to be like this. Okay, thank you. Thank you. Dust Shoot comes out. A world where we want Crow? I don't think so. I think that's fine. I'm scared of this deck. I think this deck is really good. This like machine future fusion, because like really you just want to play like a good machina deck, right? Good Machina strategy, and then he's letting us go first. What in tarnation? We're gonna draw SSN, and then we're gonna win the game because we drew SSN. Did you guys like that? Did you guys like how I friggin' called it? That was sick. That was sick. That was, man, you know, I should complain about how I'm having a bad day at the start of videos more often, because this is friggin' nuts. This is great. We're going off. Yeah, we'll leave one in deck. We'll copy Gigaplant. We'll make a Power Tool Dragon. Threatening Roar is so good here. I'm back on Threatening Roar. Taking a break from Messenger of Peace. I don't know if that card really is truth, future, the way, but forgot we already had a Supervise in hand. We are in great shape. Look at this. All right. Go ahead and Is there a world where we go second Lone Fire, Gigaplant, and then Titanial? Or is it more valuable to keep a Supervise in our hand? I think we do keep the Supervise in our hand. Do we set the Twister for future fusion? No, because we have Threatening Roar, which we just chain to everything anyways. Yeah. Very, very conservative. Very, non-committal as you can be. Something like this. Okay. Sidra. Future fusion, sure. This is my favorite part of playing against this, when they spend 12 years. They spend 12 years filling up their graveyard. You get free information, though. What do we got here? 1, 2, 3 Jinzo returners. Okay, so we're doing... I'm going to chain... Perfect. Let's just keep you from attacking the turn, shall we? Power Tool Dragon. Oh, because we had the Threatening Roar, probably was correct to do a Stardust Dragon as well as the Titanial. Take note of that, guys. Now you know for the future. Summons a Gear Frame. So he's probably got, and what did he just added? Force? He's added Force, yeah. So he's probably got another Jinzo in hand. He only sent 2 fortresses, so he's probably got another fortress in hand. So his hand is looking like it's Fortress, Force, Jinzo, and one other secret thing. Okay, so there's the fortress. Summoned like that. This is it, dude? You don't want to maybe Chimeratech? You want to let me keep the Power Tool Dragon? Okay, I'm just making sure. You're totally allowed to. It's well within your right. I just want to make sure we're on the same page. You know what I mean? All right, so let's get a Mark of the Rose, shall we? That was not a Mark of the Rose. It wasn't. Many things, but a Mark of the Rose was not one of them. We drew another Threatening Roar. We have... We have a normal summon and 2 Supervise in hand. I think we just want to go and do... we probably don't complicate things, right? We just go for the nice, clean Colossal Fighter Armory Arm line, right? We just go... So, like, the only other consideration is maybe, like, Twister on Gear Frame and then Black Rose. And then put up... But we know he has Tragodia. So, this line gets interrupted by Crow. It gets interrupted by Crow. But we don't really care. Because, we have Threatening Bar, so we'll just live a turn and then do something later. You know what I mean? We get Nettles, then Supervise activates, and you don't have Crow. And oh, here's a problem. You guys see the problem? You guys see the problem? Just kidding, it's not a problem. We can do it like this. We can go boom, 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 boom. We can make Gothams. Gothams is so good. What a powerful inclusion to the deck. Get rid of that. Yeah, okay, we knew you had a Jinzo. Fine. And we know this isn't a Crow, so it's probably a Trag. And now we can go Supervise, bring back Nettles, and make a little Colossal Fighter. Then Supervise goes off again. And I mean, we could normal summon or we could just equip supervise. Guess I'll hold the supervise because we're just going to rather have it in hand. Should we need it later? All right, look at that. GG. GG, well played. Shout out to my opponent for not knowing that Chimeratech Overdragon destroys his field. That's an important thing to know. That was a fun little game. I don't know. It's been a while since I've had the opportunity, because that's really what it is, to use Colossal Fighter and Armory Arm for a nice little OTK. Yeah. You know, this things are looking up. I'm sure that, you know, we didn't get the house for a good reason. Look at this. 5 and 5. Look at this. We've been losing a lot recently. Happens. It happens. We're gonna find a cool replay. We're gonna find a cool replay to pad the video. What can I show you guys? It's from September. Let's dig into the vault. This is from way back in the day. Way back in the day. I don't know. Right, maybe not that far back in the day. Maybe when we had, you know, some idea of what we were doing. Here we've got who's an excellent opponent. You guys see any names you recognize you want to see? Oh, this is a fantastic duelist. Adam JM95. Shout out Adam JM95. We always have fantastic matches. This one has to be good. Let's take a look. So, you know, opening with the standard GLHF, U2. All right, so this is the main deck Royal Decree, main deck UFO Turtle build. I like this build a lot. He's on Amaryllis. I think I actually remember this match. I think this was a big match where I convinced people to check out Gigavise after this match. And look at that. Marcus Lull himself is watching. When was this match played? 5 months ago? Okay, all right. Good data point, you know? So, yeah, we get our, we get everything here, really. I mean, this is as good as it gets. We get Power Tool Dragon. Wow. Okay, so yeah, we go right into Power Tool Dragon off of the normal summon Gigaplant. We get the guaranteed Supervise. We can Mark of the Rose to take Card Trooper, and then we can DDR to bring back Lone Fire Blossom and pull a second Gigaplant out of our deck. Right out of our deck, we pull that second Gigaplant, and then we use its effect to bring back Titanial. And that's 8,000, all because our opponent went ahead and attacked into our UFO Turtle. And look, see this reaction? TBH, really cool deck. And, you know, this is a different time. This is back when it wasn't, you know, a known quantity. This is back when I played this on ladder and people would still be like, oh wow, what a neat deck. And shout out here to my daughter throwing up all over me, and shout out to Adam JM95 for being patient while I cleaned up all the spit up. And you know, 5 months ago, like my daughter was much smaller than she is now, and it's crazy how fast they grow up. It really is. Okay, so he's hitting good mills with Card Trooper, and we've got Double Decree, which is nice. It's Dust Shoot's gonna be too fast, so that can stop that. And then we have a pretty suboptimal hand with a little bit of Sidra and a little bit of Double Decree. We're gonna right ahead and use Sidra to clear the Card Trooper. That always feels nice, you know, when you're main decking Sidra, you just have the opportunity to do that a little bit. And then we're just going to set the Decree and pass. He's going to normal summon an Amaryllis. He'll swing in, nothing we can do about that. And he does have plenty of plants to feed it, so that is going to go right on ahead and summon itself back. We have Decree, and we do go ahead and draw the Lone Fire. We got to check. Oh, and we did not shuffle. Okay, so there we go. Honest play. We draw Copy Plant instead, which is much worse. I'm just going to set that. Put up a little bit of wall, preserve my life points. Our opponent is going to come down with the Lila, which is definitely not good for our decree. And then we are going to take 3,000 damage from the Amaryllis. So not looking good for us here in game 2. We really need a pretty clutch draw to get out of this one. And folks, Nettles is not going to be it. We're going to be forced to Lightning Vortex just to stay alive. Take another 800 from that. And I'm going to scoop it up. Nettles and Decree are not going to be enough to get us out of this. And that was right. You know, he had the hidden armory. DDR was coming. Titania was going to come down. So now we have another old-fashioned Gigavise hand, you can tell, because I'm running Sangan, but I bet we're going to see that these quote-unquote old-fashioned Gigavise cards are pretty good. So we're going to set the Sangan, and here comes our opponent adding Raikou off of charge, getting a decent mill with 2 Titanials in there. Probably would have liked to see one in his hand, given that he has the trade-in. He's going to set the Raikou, pretty clear what's going on there, and he's also going to set a Mirror Force. None of this is going to phase us. We have double Supervise, Giant Trunade, and then Armory for a follow-up. We're going to go right ahead and summon the Gigaplant tributing the Sangan. We'll get not one, we will just get one. What am I saying? You can't get 2 Lone Fires. And then I'm just going to play things nice and cool. I think because we have such an overwhelmingly good hand, I think I'm just kind of feeling like, yeah, we could play through whatever. So we're just going to attack with the Gigaplant. I think right there probably we had a game shot. You could have done something like maybe some of the Gigaplant, get Lone Fire Blossom, Giant Trunade first, right? And then supervise the Gigaplant. Go for Lone Fire for Copy Plant for Power Tool Dragon, and then Power Tool Dragon and Gigaplant. And Power Tool Dragon gets you... Okay, so I guess it wouldn't quite be enough to do game damage. Wouldn't quite be enough for game. And I guess, you know, it could also be a fake out for the... the Fossil Dyna or something like that. So he's going to go ahead and he did also get a really nice mill. Necrogardna and Plague and so he's going to get a Card Trooper coming down, mill the 3rd Titanial, and like he says, needs an Amaryllis, and he's in good shape. We're going to take 1900, no big deal. We are again in a absolutely fantastic space, choosing to hold the Phoenix Wing Windblast. I guess not worried about drawing Amaryllis because he has the trade-in ready to go for that. We've picked up Lightning Vortex. I'm going to play it nice and safe in Giant Trunade first, and then go ahead and drop the Lone Fire Blossom. There's definitely a world where you could get a little greedy, and you could try and Furt for Gigaplant and then Trunade. And really, I feel like that might be the play there, because the only thing, I mean, if he has a Torrential there, that kind of stinks, but then you still have the Lone Fire in hand for next turn. Like, you would still have everything. So, Bottomless you don't care about because you have Hidden Armory. Yeah, definitely correct, I think, there to actually Fertilizer first. But I think it's not going to matter. We kind of have the Stone Cold Nuts. We're just going to go ahead and supervise for Lone Fire. Lone Fire is going to get us Copy Plant. It's so interesting to see the way I used to play the deck. It's mostly similar, but you know, there's different assumptions. One thing we were looking at is we were looking at the old puzzles and the Colossal Fighter Armory Arm lines that are just such a given. They're such a given now. Oh yeah, see, and this is, you'd get reactions like, God damn, that's really cool. And you know, yeah, it was great. You'd feel cool. Now you know, Power Tool Loops, that's just standard. And yeah, we had game through Necrogardna with this line. Very cool. Shout out to our opponent for you know, checking it out. And you know, I what can I say, guys? I miss these days. I miss these days when Gigavise was I mean, it's always an obnoxious deck, right? But it wasn't as polarizing to the community. People were either they didn't know about it, or they found out about it and they were like, oh, that's obnoxious, or they found out about it and they were like, wow, that's really cool. And this is definitely much more common. So I miss those days. What could I say? But you know, you can't look back. You can only look forward, and that's that's where I'll leave you guys. I gotta go. I gotta run. I gotta get on with my day. But I hope you guys enjoyed today's video. I don't know about you, but like I'm feeling better. Here we are at the end. You know, I was a little down at the start. Now I'm feeling great. So thank you for watching. Thank you for hanging out. It meant a lot to me. I'm feeling great now. And I'll see you guys tomorrow with some more shameless hype beast Gigavise content. Take care, everyone.